Have you ever wondered if you are on the right path, even when everything seems to be falling apart around you? This is the power of Pluto, the planet that rules transformation, rebirth, and, yes, destruction. Pluto does not come to destroy you, but to rebuild you in a more authentic way. The feeling that something is not right, that you are in a constant search for something deeper, is a clear sign that he is acting on you. And now, with SUPERPORTAL January 23rd, this energy of change is intensified in a unique way. It is no coincidence that moments of crisis often bring with them great opportunities for growth. You know that moment when you realize that something has changed inside you, but you don't know exactly what? The SUPERPORTAL is opening that door for you, with Pluto helping behind the scenes. It forces us to let go of old patterns and leave behind who we were, to emerge stronger and more authentic. Imagine yourself as a phoenix rising from the ashes, and this cosmic portal is exactly helping to drive that transformation. Pluto doesn't make soft promises, he demands deep changes, and that can be challenging. But if you are living in this moment of transition, know, this is exactly where your true journey begins, and the SUPERPORTAL of tomorrow is accelerating this process of self-discovery and evolution. Have you ever noticed how certain situations repeat themselves in your life, even when you try to do everything differently? These repetitions have a profound purpose. The moment the SUPERPORTAL opens, it activates not only a personal transformation, but also a connection to your karmic cycles. This means that often, the changes you are experiencing are connected to choices and lessons from the past, and not just from this life. Pluto enters this process to show you that, until you resolve certain patterns, they will continue to manifest. You know that feeling when you're stuck in a loop of events? This is often a sign that something karmic is asking to be resolved. The SUPERPORTAL amplifies this energy, bringing old karma to the surface so you have the chance to heal it and move forward in a lighter, more aligned way. Imagine that every time you face a challenge, an old lesson presents itself for you to overcome. The process may be uncomfortable, but the reward is freedom from a broken cycle. Therefore, carefully observe the situations that recur in your life now, because they may be directly linked to something that you need to release to achieve your true evolution. Have you ever felt fully prepared for something, but then life suddenly changes direction in an unexpected way? This is exactly what SUPERPORTAL is bringing. A wave of unexpected changes. In moments like this, the changes that arise may seem chaotic, but in reality, they are catalysts for what you need to become. You may be planning a future, but the universe, in its wisdom, is directing you towards something you never imagined. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where it seemed like everything was changing around you, but deep down, you knew it was leading you to something better? This is no coincidence. It's the effect of a cosmic movement like the SUPERPORTAL that may be aligning your life with what really matters. Sometimes we need to let go of old dreams to make room for something new. These changes may be disconcerting at first, but they are necessary for your growth. And you? Have you felt an unexpected shift that took you on a new path recently? Share here in the comments. Let's exchange ideas about how the universe is guiding our journey. Have you ever noticed how sometimes the part of us we try most to hide is exactly where our true strength lies? Shadows are inevitable, and SUPERPORTAL invites you to face them head-on, without fear. We all have aspects that we prefer to ignore or hide, but these aspects are essential for our evolution. Pluto, with its powerful energy, brings us face to face with our shadows, not to punish us, but so that we can integrate them in a constructive way. Imagine that, by paying attention to what is hidden, you begin to free yourself from the invisible chains that limit you. Have you ever noticed how, when confronting a part of yourself that bothers you, the feeling of lightness comes right after? This is the effect of shadow acceptance. They stop being enemies and become sources of power and wisdom. The SUPERPORTAL helps you accept these most difficult parts of who you are, so you can release any internal resistance. By integrating your shadows, you achieve a deeper understanding of yourself, and this is essential for spiritual growth. Shadow acceptance is not about weakness, but about courage and authenticity. This is an essential step for anyone ready for profound transformation. Have you ever noticed how certain negative patterns seem to follow you, no matter how hard you try to move away from them? This is the power of unconscious patterns, which are often ingrained in us from a very early age. It's the perfect time to break these cycles and free yourself from the limitations you have carried for a long time. Pluto, as the ruler of destruction and rebirth, brings these patterns to the surface so you can finally release them and live more authentically. Have you ever tried, for example, to change something in your life, but felt like something was always pulling you back to the same place? This happens because we are stuck in patterns that have been formed over time and that we often don't even realize we still carry. It's a chance to look these patterns in the face and take conscious action to free yourself from them. A powerful practice to break these cycles is meditation focused on self-observation, where you simply stop and recognize these patterns without judging them. Just watch. By doing this, you begin to realize the freedom to act differently without being at the mercy of your past or external influences. It is in this space of stillness that you begin to rebuild yourself. Have you ever noticed how, during moments of intense change, taking care of yourself can be your greatest ally? In times of profound transformation, like the ones we are experiencing now, self-care is not just about resting, but about consciously renewing your energy. When we are in the midst of a transformation process, like the Pluto impact, the energy can be overwhelming and our bodies and minds demand more attention. It is essential to give space for emotional, physical, and mental rest, as this prepares us for what is to come. When was the last time you did something just for yourself, without rushing or feeling guilty? If you don't remember, maybe it's time to set aside some time for that. What do you usually do to reconnect with your inner self? Share in the comments. Remember, you don't have to be ready all the time. SUPERPORTAL brought you the opportunity to reconnect with your natural rhythm, and this includes respecting your limits and giving yourself space to recharge your energy. By taking care of yourself, you strengthen yourself for what comes next. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss more content that will help you awaken your true potential. Ever feel like sometimes it feels like everyone is going through something at the same time? This is collective awakening in action. We are living in a time of great transformation, where not only our lives are changing, but collective consciousness is also being raised. You are not alone in this process. As each of us connects more deeply with our inner selves, a wave of collective awakening happens all around us. This is a powerful phenomenon, where people begin to question reality, seek more purpose, and, most importantly, align themselves with a higher energy. Have you ever noticed how some conversations and encounters have become deeper or more meaningful? This is a reflection of the collective awakening we are experiencing. It's not just you who is being challenged to grow, but everyone around you as well. This creates a vibrationally stronger environment where exchanges and experiences become more intense and conscious. This is the time to harness this collective energy to expand your own awareness. Realize that your individual growth is part of a greater whole. Individual and collective awakening are a dance, where one feeds the other, and together, they create an inner and outer revolution. Have you ever felt like, in moments of great change, you can grow faster than you imagined? This is the real magic that SUPERPORTAL brings, an acceleration in your spiritual evolution. When we open ourselves to the powerful energies that circulate in the cosmos, we are pulled into a deeper and faster transformation. It's no longer about waiting years to achieve something. At times like this, changes can happen in days, weeks, or even hours. Have you ever gone through a period where you seem to be absorbing lessons almost instantly? This happens because the energy of Pluto and cosmic portals has the power to remove blockages that you didn't even know existed. This impulse can be uncomfortable, but it is essential for anyone looking for evolution. By allowing yourself to experience this acceleration, you will feel that your understanding of life, your choices, and your mission becomes much clearer. The key here is not resist the speed. When you try to slow down the process, you miss the opportunity to enjoy the blessings of the moment. Instead, surrender to the flow of this energy, trust that you are being guided to your best self, and allow this energy to accelerate your journey of spiritual growth. Have you noticed how life can surprise you in ways you never imagined? We are just beginning to feel the waves of changes that 2025 will bring, and they are much deeper than we can predict. You may be adapting to new realities, new challenges, but that is precisely what makes this year so powerful, the unexpected. In times of great transformation, the universe often throws situations in our path that seem complicated, but which, in the end, are exactly what we need to evolve. Have you ever been in a situation where it seemed like everything was falling apart, but then you realized it was the best thing that could have happened? 2025 is shaping up to be a year where these positive surprises are increasingly common. Changes in our career, relationships, and even the way we see the world can happen at any time, and it is essential to be open to these opportunities. The universe will bring you what you need to grow, even if it involves moments that are disconcerting or outside your comfort zone. The big lesson here is don't fight what's new, even when it arrives in an unexpected way. Every change that comes with 2025 brings valuable learning. Take advantage of this energy to adjust your path. Open up to the new and trust that the best is yet to come. Have you ever felt that feeling that something inside you knows exactly what to do, but your mind tries to question it? This is the strength of intuition, something that we often ignore or underestimate, but which is one of the greatest sources of wisdom we have. In the moment we are living in, the connection with our intuition is being strengthened, and this can be transformative. You know that important decision you kept putting off? Intuition is there, asking you to move forward. This is the perfect time to listen more to what is inside you, to trust the inner wisdom that guides you. Have you ever noticed that when you follow your intuition, you always end up in the right place, even if the path wasn't what you expected? Intuition takes you along paths that logic doesn't understand, but which, in the end, make perfect sense. It is a subtle but incredibly potent power, and it can be the key to transforming your life, especially in times of uncertainty. With the energy we are experiencing, your intuitive power becomes clearer and more direct. Take the opportunity to strengthen this connection with your deepest self, as it will be your ally in making the most important choices in your life. You may not understand the logic behind decisions, but your intuition knows exactly what's best for you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss more content that will help you awaken your true potential. Have you ever stopped to think about how nature has its own cycles of transformation and how this applies to your life? Just like the seasons, our lives are also marked by natural cycles. At each stage, we go through processes of growth, decline, and rebirth, and we often try to fight these changes. However, when we align with the natural cycles of life, as we are being called to do now, transformations become easier and even faster. Have you ever noticed how, at certain times, it seems like you are in a dormant phase, but this is necessary for a new cycle? During this period, what appears to be stagnation is actually a process of profound renewal. By understanding this, you can make better use of the energies of each phase without resisting them. Pluto's retrograde movement, for example, may seem like a retrograde step, but it is an opportunity to review and cleanse for future evolution. Accepting the cycles of life is accepting that the growth is not always linear. And when you allow yourself to flow with these cycles, it becomes easier to understand periods of pause, transformation, and ascension. This is the perfect time to embrace this energy and allow it to guide your path. Sometimes taking one step back is exactly what you need to take 2 steps forward. You are exactly where you need to be, and every step you take on this journey is a reflection of your growth and evolution. Remember, the portal's open to those who have the courage to transform themselves. Now, with everything we've talked about today, you have the tools and energy to move forward in a more powerful and conscious way. The future is yours, and it is full of opportunities for those who are ready to embrace change. If this message resonated with you, short and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates on your transformation path. We're on this journey of growth together, and I can't wait to see what you achieve.